Good morning, class 8. In the previous class of cube roots, you have read about the finding out the cube root of a given number or integer or negative integer. It means in the previous class you have read about finding out the cube root of a positive or a negative integer. And today we are talking about the finding out the square root of a cube root of product of two integers or a rational number. So take a look at this. Students, our today's topic is cube root part 2 as previous class of the part 1. Here the first thing is cube root of product of integers. Cube root of product of integers. You know product of integers. Integers means natural numbers, 0 and the negative of all natural numbers. But here we are not talking about 0. As you know, the cube root of 0 is 0, nothing else. We are talking about the negative integers or positive integers both. Actually, we are talking about only product of integers. For this, we are taking here one example. Evaluate cube root of 125 into 64. For this, we have to keep in mind this formula. Here you can see a and b are two integers and cube root of a and b equal to cube root of a into cube root of b. Likewise, this example we can solve. Here we can think this 125 as a and this 64 as b. So we have cube root of 125 into 64 equals cube root of 125 into cube root of 64. Then it equals cube root of 125 can be written as 5 into 5 into 5 into cube root of 64 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So, because this is the prime factorization of 64. Now, by taking the triplet, we are taking out one of it. So, for this triplet 5, I am taking here 1, 5. For this triplet 2 of 2, I am taking here 1, 2. And for this triplet, I am taking another 2. So it will be 5, 2 are 10, 2 are 20. It means cube root of 125 into 64 is 20. Now I am taking another example, that is evaluate cube root of 216 into minus 343. Here I am taking an example in which the first integer is positive integer, whereas the second integer is a negative integer. So we have cube root of 216 into minus 343. So we can write cube root of 216 into cube root of minus 343. For cube root of 216, we can find out its prime factorization and write it 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into, and for cube root of minus 343 equals minus cube root of 343, as you know the previous rule. And now for this cube root of triplet of 2 and triplet of 3. So we will get 2 into 3. And for this, I'm writing here 7 to 7 into 7 as the prime factorization of 343. So this will be 6. And this is the triplet of 7, so we can write 1, 7. And this is the negative sign. So 6 into minus 7 gives us minus 43. Students, now we have to understand cube root of rational numbers. For example, I am taking here evaluate cube root of 216 by 2197. But you can see here a formula for the rational number. Cube root of a by b equals cube root of a by cube root of b. We can use this formula for this question. Now we have cube root of 216 by 2197 equals cube root of 216 by cube root of 2197. And for this 216 I can write 2 into 2 into 3, 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. Now for 2197 I am finding out here the prime factorization of this number. So we will get 13 into 13 into 13, which can be written as 13 into 13 into 13. And after that you can see cube root of 2 is 2 and cube root of 3 is 3. Okay. For this triplet I am taking here 2. For this triplet I am taking here 2, 3. Now for 13 into 13 into 13 I can write here 13. Now it will be 2, 3 is 6 and by 13. Students, now I am taking another example of negative rational number. Evaluate cube root of minus 125 by 512. We have cube root of minus 125 by 512 is equals cube root of minus 125 by cube root of 512. And minus cube root of 125 by cube root of 512, because this minus can be taken out from the cube root as the previous rules. And for this minus cube root of 5 into 5 into 5, and for 512 we can write it 2 into 2 into 2, 2 into 2 into 2, 2 into 2 into 2. This is the prime factorization of 512. And for each triplet I am taking out 1, 5. This is the minus. For this triplet I am taking where 1, 2. For this triplet I am taking another 2, and for this another. So this will be minus 5 by 2 to the 4 to the 8. Students, I think now you can understand how we can find out the cube root of the product of integers and the cube root of a given rational number. You can watch me on my YouTube channel, Ocean of Maths. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.